I'm David from Levika Photography, and fairly recently I got a new phone that records 4K, so I was kind of excited about this. So I got a 3-axis gimbal, and this is the Zhiyun Smooth 3-axis motorized gimbal. And I'm hoping to make much better videos with my smartphone that I can get out quicker. So the user manual covers just about everything that you need to know about this, and very simple to use. I'm going to take you over the basic things that you need to know about this really quick. So it comes with the user manual. You download the app, Zhiyun, and then it comes with a charging cable and a shoulder strap for your little violin case. The case itself is like this kind of bizarre vinyl rubber. It looks like a little violin case. So you just unzip it, and there we go. Alright, so let's go over this really quick. It's very simple. You have one adjustment on the back of this knob for either landscape or portrait modes. And this is portrait right here. Even though it looks like landscape, when this thing turns on, it will go like that into portrait mode. But typically I use landscape, so we'll turn it this way and lock it down that way. So anyway, on the actual unit itself, the battery is in the handle, and this comes with a rather large battery. This is a 650 3.7 volt 4600 milliamp hour battery, and it's just a beast of a battery. This thing has, from what I can tell so far, about 12 hours recording time, which is pretty good if it's on all the time. So this knob, as I said, allows you to do portrait or landscape. This knob right here will allow you to balance your phone, and I'll show you that in just a second. And then right here, off this second knuckle, is your actual charging port. So that's where you want to plug this cable into. Now in here it says you should only use this cable when charging. To be honest with you, I've used Android phone cables to charge from here, and they're just fine and they fit. So anyway, I haven't seen any problems there. You could probably get away with it. So on the knob itself, this USB port is for doing firmware updates to the actual device. Then over here you've got a roll dial for fine adjustment settings, and then you've got a mode button which you can program to do pretty much whatever you want. You can also program this roll dial to change like your ISO or shutter speed or something like that. And then over here you've got your power button and your camera shutter button. You hit it once very quick to use it as a camera shutter. And then you've got your extra settings button over here on the side. And then this is your joystick for up and down, and I'll show you what all that is like. So anyway, from here you take your phone and you mount it into your setup just like this. You got to spread these apart. Slide your phone in, push it all the way in, open the app, and then once I get to this point, now it'll correct where it needs to go. Are we there? Yes, we're there. So anyway, you use this adjustment knob right here to balance your phone once you get it in there. Mine was already balanced. Alright, so we bring up the app, and then we can select the device that we need to connect to. Now the funny thing is, on the Samsung phone this actually says camera, but on mine it's coming up in Chinese. I don't know why. So anyway, this is what the app looks like. On my phone, because it's so limited to what the output can do, I can choose my resolutions. In this case I've got 4K 30 frames per second, and then my photo mode I can turn all the way up. But this is where you would actually have the information to change the range of motion or how fast the motion is for like your forward and backward tilt. I don't have that option on this phone. And then the funny thing is, here in the library app, I don't know what these Chinese characters are, but they're there. But this shows what we did today, so I think that's just kind of funny that it shows up in Chinese. So anyway, let's get out of there. The app itself on Samsung actually works really well. On the Moto G5 Plus, yeah, not so much. It's not so great. So the thing I do absolutely love about this device is I don't need that app to actually use it. I don't need to connect to it at all. I can just use my regular Moto, because this I can record in HDR. So I can record from here just fine and not have any issues at all. So here's some terrible footage that I took a couple of weeks ago. Really wishing that I had this 3-axis image stabilizer. Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh my god!
I think he wants to take your ball.
Oh, that's adorable. You found some nice leather.
And then here's some footage that I took recently, and some of it just today, just to see what that's like. And you can tell that this thing really makes a huge difference. Now, the only other problem that I came up with was on this particular phone, and this is completely my fault, it's not a problem with the actual stabilizer, I can't record external audio on my phone through a microphone. I'm kind of stuck. So that really sucks. And it's an issue with the phone that it just won't, you can't plug in external mics, you can't use lavs or anything like that. So if anybody out there has Moto G5 Plus and figure out a way to actually use an external microphone, please let me know, because that would really help me make quick little videos easier in 4K off my phone now that I've got this killer stabilizer. Okay, so now I'm actually recording my exit on my phone, and you can see the difference between this and then over here I've got Megan recording me on the OMD EM1 Mark II that's completely stabilized, and so you can see what difference we got going on over here. And I've been driving her nuts with this thing for the last couple of hours, and we've been experimenting on her phone. She's the one that actually has the Samsung S7. So anyway, it works great on her phone, the app itself, but you don't need the app. That's what I love about this. It'll work just fine on its own with a perfect range of motion if I'm twisting the handle. So all I can say is I gotta love it. The only thing I gotta remember to do is when I'm using it on my phone, I gotta look at the camera over here. But anyway, I hope you guys like this review. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and otherwise, I now have a Patreon page, so if you guys want to make a small donation there, you can. And Megan's reminding me that we need to do something for some sort of rewards. So I would actually like to hear from you guys what you would like me to do. Megan came up with the idea that maybe if you wanted like 10 minutes of Skype time to actually figure out your photography problems, because that is one thing I actually do, is help out a lot of photographers overcome their issues. I just somehow can't seem to overcome mine, apparently. But anyway, hope you guys like this review. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Follow me on Instagram. I may follow you back, and you guys have a good day. We'll see you.